Hello. What was the reasoning behind Dwight's plan? Dwight realized Tyson had caused irreversible damage, and there was no other option than to confront the matter head-on. Bill had learned that Dwight's men had shot Vic Aliato, and he had decided not to keep quiet. Bill was furious, and he intended to assault Tulsa and murder Dwight. Bill had had enough of petty games and wanted to get things done once and for all. Tyson was informed by Dwight that he should have done what he did. He told him that his irresponsibility may have ended his life. Dwight made Tyson understand that he was a member of the family and that even if he did anything bad, everyone would support and protect him. However, Dwight made it clear that this did not imply that he would disregard the line of command and operate independently. Tyson felt overwhelmed after hearing Dwight's statements. He assumed that either he would be fired from the gang or Dwight would take harsh action against him. Tyson did not reveal anything to his father and assured him that everything was under control. Meanwhile, David went and informed Christina that he needed to leave Tulsa and return to New York. Christina was obviously saddened, but she knew she had expected it. She reminded Dwight that if things went wrong this time, he might not have another chance to put everything right. Christina did not meet her father before leaving because she did not want to become emotional and do or say something rashly. Dwight was obviously upset to learn that she had left, but he realized he couldn't do anything about it. Thus, Dwight and his crew prepared for war, unsure if they could defend their land. Was Vince able to remove Chicky from his position? Vince has been in contact with the bosses of numerous mafia families for the previous few episodes. He proposed removing Chicky from his position as the syndicate's head, and he had compelling grounds for doing so, including the fact that everyone was inclined to side with him. They all knew Chicky had killed his father, even if no proof existed to prove it. So, in Tulsa King Season 2, Episode 8, Vince resolved to confront Chicky alongside a few other recognized syndicate members. Chicky certainly knew Vince was going to move against him, but he didn't expect it to happen so quickly. Chicky was informed that his irresponsibility had cost the syndicate a fortune. Profits were at an all-time low, and Chicky was informed that he had made several poor judgments that had caused people to lose trust in him as a leader. Chicky had dispatched Dwight to Tulsa just because the latter's presence made him uncomfortable. The syndicate members informed Chicky that if he had not banished Dwight, things would not have turned out the way they did. Chicky was enraged beyond measure. He would have killed Vickney in an instant if he had the chance. But he understood he had to step aside since he couldn't go against the syndicate. I believe it will be difficult to keep Chicky on the sidelines. He will retaliate, and he will most likely be reckless enough to pursue Vince and further undermine his cause. Maybe he teams up with Thresher and Bill, though it seems unlikely right now. What happened with Bill and Thresher? Bill Bevilaqua took the first blood when his gang members shot Bodie and Jimmy. Jimmy was severely injured, and we shall find out whether or not he survived in future episodes. Meanwhile, Jackie Ming forced Thresher out of his firm. I'm surprised Thresher didn't see that coming, given how things worked in his business. Since the previous episodes, we've seen that Thresher has no influence on Jackie. Jackie had his own army, and he knew Thresher couldn't do anything. At the end of Tulsa King Season 2, Episode 8, Thresher met Bill and informed him that Jackie's men had planted the bomb in Dwight's car. Thresher desired Bill's backing, but the latter was furious with him for being so reckless. Bill was attempting to organize and cater his business, but one bad action ruined everything for him. War was unavoidable, and Bill knew it well. Armand was in a terrible predicament, and he could only blame himself. He did some things for short-term profit that had far-reaching consequences. He had betrayed Dwight's confidence by telling Cal Thresher something he should not have. Armand knew it was just a matter of time until Dwight learnt the truth. Armand was like the pawn that everyone exploited and then discarded. Dwight offered him the opportunity to make a life for himself, but he did not respect it. Armand met his wife and informed her of his plans to become a state witness. When he asked her whether she wanted to accompany him, she reacted angrily. Then Armand went to Thresher to ask for money, and not only was his request denied, but he was humiliated in the worst way possible. Armand had no choice but to make a disastrous decision. He walked to Dwight's cafe, where Goody was counting and storing the money in the safe. Andrew robbed Dwight at gunpoint before fleeing. Goody informed him that he was signing his own death wish, but Armand had already made his decision. Armand isn't going to be a problem for Dwight, and he'll be caught and punished in future episodes. The bigger issue was dealing with Bill and Cal, and now I fear Jackie may potentially pose a threat to Dwight. Dwight needed to protect his domain, and it would be interesting to watch how he overcome the difficulties and faced all of the issues that arose. Thank you for